Welcome to the shop. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Daniel, Bearded Viking Woodworks. This is episode 2 of the Stuck on Sawdust series, where I scour the darkest corners of the web, searching for the coolest, the most original, and the most profitable woodworking projects and bring them back to share with you. So, buckle up.
Buckle up for safety, motherfucker.
We're diving right in. Join me. We're starting episode 2 with this walnut tray. It comes in 3 different sizes. You have small, medium, or large. We're focusing on the large one, which measures 14 inches in length, 10 inches in width, and 6 inches tall. They used box joint joinery for this project. However, you don't have to do it that way. You can use a simple miter joint with some splines for support, or if you want to get creative, add some dovetails to this, which I love cutting. Hand cut dovetails. No better feeling in the world. To get the handles cut out, just simply pull down from your top 1.5 inches on both of your sides. Now, measure from the back and from the front and mark center. Scribe your line across to establish your top of the handle. You can use a stencil like this, which I will link in the description, or you can freehand it. Next, you're going to want to drill a hole in the corner of the handle that you mark. Then you can cut the rest out either using a bandsaw or in this case a jigsaw, which I'll be using. Go ahead and do whatever necessary sanding you need to do and go ahead and get this thing assembled. And you'll have yourself a badass tray. This tray is perfect for your office desk. Store some of those unwanted items and clutter in this tray on your office desk. It's also good for use in the bathroom if you have a bunch of stuff laid out all over the counter like I do. Use it in your bathroom and store those items. They're asking around $50 for this walnut tray. So if you wanted to take the route and using the walnut, you're looking at about $15 worth of material plus finish, about $18 total. So after doing a little bit of math, that profit margin is right up my alley. I definitely will keep this project in mind next time I go and make some sawdust. This next project I found after diving into the deep end of the social media pool. Whoa, careful. This project immediately caught my eye. On our last video, I shared something similar, but not as cool. I'm talking about this paper holder. Check this thing out. That is cool. Whoever came up with this idea, hats off to you. What a great way to display your toilet paper. I mean, that is ingenious. It's real easy to make as well. It's 16.5 inches in length and width, and each one of these holes is 5 inches, and the X's are 4 inches by 4 inches. Let me show you how to get this going. You'll need to rip a 1x6 at 4.5 inches and cut 4 pieces at 16.5 inches. With your remaining stock, go ahead and cut 2 more at 16.5 inches. Take one of your pieces and get your layout for your dado cuts. This is just an example piece, so your piece should be 16.5 inches long, 3/4 inches thick, and 4.5 inches wide. Your layout marks should leave you with 5-inch squares on each opening. Overall, there will be 9 openings. The center of your intersecting piece should be 5 3/8 from either end of all your pieces. Every dado will be cut at 3/4 inch, since our stock is 3/4 inch thick. Take your piece to your table saw and line up each side of your dado marks with the blade and set stop blocks and make your cuts. Your blade height should be no more than half the thickness of your stock. Check to see if your dado is accurate. Once you get it accurate, cut this dado out on each piece 2 times. You should be left with 8 total dados, 2 on each piece. Take your pieces and get them set up, and they should go together nice and easy, just like this. Now remember those 2 extra 16.5 pieces you cut? Bring those in, and you can trim nail them into the top and the bottom. Now we're going to cut out our X, and we'll be a step closer to playing some bathroom tic-tac-toe. So take a 1x6 and rip it down to 4 inches. It's going to be 4 inches wide by 4 inches long by 3/4 inches thick. Pull over 4 inches and cut 6 of these. Now measure over and mark center. From that center mark, you're going to want to go 3/8 of an inch each time. And that will give you your dado thickness. Bring your pieces to your table saw, line up your marks with your kerf of the blade, and set your stop blocks. Get your blade height right, no more than half the width of your piece, and make these cuts on both pieces. Or not. Helps if you plug it in, jackass.
Donkey!
And there you have your X. Do this 2 more times and you'll have the 3 X's necessary to play tic-tac-toe in the shitter. You don't have to use a table saw setup to get these cuts made. You can use a jigsaw, you can use a bandsaw, or you can use a handsaw, depending on the route you want to take. So there's multiple ways to get this dado cut on both the X's and on your frame. That rooster is driving me crazy. Here's an example on my mini scale of how your X should fit right into those holes. Nice and right. Look, if you're gonna store toilet paper out in the open in your bathroom, this would be the way to do it, right? This project is marked at $50. It's on sale now, however, $50 on a normal day. That profit margin is right up my alley. For the materials and the paint or finish, however you want to finish it, you're looking at around $10 to $12. And the cool thing about it is you can go any kind of colors you want, mix and match it. Super fun project to make, and I will definitely be making one of these for my old man. He will get a kick out of this. This one gets an A+ in the shop. Hey guys, I'm struggling with this algorithm, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks guys. The next project I found is pretty cut and dry, and that is this name sign. It's made from a solid slab of wood, and you could use a CNC machine, some stencils, or you could do what they call a print transfer to get your design and name printed on this piece of wood. My local cabinet shop rents out time on their CNC machine for around $25 upwards of $60 per hour. So check cabinet shops near you, or you can look up print transfer on YouTube. There are hundreds of videos showing different techniques with a print transfer. So if you have any slabs just laying around your shop like me, collecting dust, this is the perfect project for that piece of wood. Check out their going rate for their personalized name sign. That is what I love to see. This one has a live edge. It's alive! And is measured at 17 inches wide by 24 inches long. And if you don't have any slabs laying around the shop, don't worry. I'm going to put in the description a place that I use that's online that ships anywhere on the globe with the best rates and the best shipping costs. And they're located on the west coast of the United States. And they have the best bang for your buck. I'm super excited about this project because I have a shit ton of little slabs laying around my shop that I don't know what to do with. So this project is perfect and gets 2 thumbs up in my shop. Here we've got holiday gnomes, the G silent. These things are pretty damn cool. I saw these online and knew I had to share these. They're made out of fence pickets, and you can get all 3 of these out of 2 pickets. They're 40 inches tall, 35 inches tall, and then 30 inches tall. And all they did was add a little bit of gray stain to them. You can make whatever color you want. They got a mop, and they cut the mop off and then glued it onto here. And they did these little flocking balls with some flocking on it. And I'll leave a link in the description on where you can find those. And then they just got this little headscarf right here to make it resemble Santa Claus. I really like this project. It's a fun, family-friendly project and inexpensive with some pretty good profit. Look at what they got this marked at. So yeah, $45, not bad at all. Good profit in this project. 2 fence pickets, you're looking at around $6 to $8. For the top here, it looks like they made a back 30 angle cut on it, and I'll demonstrate how to get that angle. Okay, get yourself a piece of scrap wood the same width of your picket. Bring your speed square up at a 90 to where you're flat here and flat up here. Line your pivot mark up with this very corner. What you want to do next is mark this 30 and then pivot your square until you meet that mark you made. Now go ahead and scribe this mark. Finish out your mark and take this to your circular saw and cut this. Now take the piece that you cut that has your angle on it. Find the center of your fence picket, which is 3 inches in this case, because we got 6 inches, and mark at the very top. And then pull down at least 10 inches or so, and then mark another 3 inches. That way you can put your piece on here and line it up with both your marks. Once you get lined up with your marks, go ahead and scribe this angle. And then just flip it over and do the same thing on this side. Line it up with your marks and then scribe your angle. And then cut these 2. Obviously a permanent marker is not the best utensil to use for this. Use a pencil, that way you get better marking. But cut these 2 and you've got yourself the hat for Santa Claus. After spending $6 to $8 and getting this angle cut, you're looking at a good profit. And if you're not in it for the profit, it is a family-friendly project. Me and my kids are gonna make these this year, and I can't wait to get them in here. Yeah, they're kind of older kids, but they still have fun in the shop. It's a good way to bring the family together and celebrate that wonderful holiday of Christmas that's coming right around the corner. So whether it's the gnome Santa Claus or it's the bathroom tic-tac-toe, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which project you would like to make. Thanks for watching, guys. I can't thank y'all enough. We'll see you on episode 3. And until then, this is Bearded Viking Woodworks, and I have been Daniel. Make some sawdust.